over to
Good morning, Mr. President and members. Today is Pet Adoption Friday, and I have today is special. Many of you know Arlene, who's like our #1 volunteer. She's been helping me with the pet adoptions for years and years. But what she's done,
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for today, Friday, April 8th, 2016.
Commissioner Davis, James, repenting are present. President James, we have a quorum. May we start with your introductions, please, starting with Bureau of Engineering.
Good morning. Mahmoud Karimzadeh, Bureau of Engineering.
Good morning, Hannah Choi, Bureau of Contract Administration.
Good morning, Ruben Flamenco, Bureau of Street Lighting.
Good morning, Greg Spots, Bureau of Street Services.
Good morning, Robert Vega, LA Sanitation.
Good morning, Ted Jordan, Public Works General Counsel.
She is ready to go, right?
Fernando Campos, Executive Officer. President James, we received speaker cards under general public comment and all the items for today's agenda.
Okay, so let's go to the approval of the meeting minutes from the meeting of Friday, March 18th, 2016. Is there a second to my motion to approve those meeting minutes by Commissioner Repenning? Any objection? Without objection, we'll approve those meeting minutes. Agenda item number 1. Executive Officer to formally report on the bids received, opened, and declared April 6, 2016 at 10 a.m. as authorized by the Board for the following Public Works project, the Donald C. Tillman Grit Chamber Flush System. Estimate was $766,200. Mr. I'll get the cards, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Fernando Campos, Executive
One second. We've got a speaker card, I think, on this item. Mr. Spindler.
And so you're 18 now.
There's no name on this, but
And how long have you been volunteering, Mike?
Brown Act
the cards
violation.
are all the same, so.
Brown
I'm
Act
assuming it's you.
violation. That's what I put on the card, and you didn't call it again.
But anyway,
So,
you gotta love a family that loves pets.
we've had
So
this
what we're gonna do,
before.
we're gonna have Aaliyah-
Flushing down toilets.
I'm gonna ask you to
And once again at our meeting here today,
visitors.
2 of our commissioners have decided not to show up again. Commissioner Joel Jacinto and Monica Rodriguez. Like on Wednesday nights, what do we call it, a town hall meeting? Yes. The illegal Board of Public Works, who illegally meets whenever they want and throws away people's speaker cards whenever they feel like it. And only a bare 3-member quorum shows up. Is this what you want to do business with? Really? Think about it. You sign up for this contract and there's a problem. These people violate state law and the city charter on its face, and you want to deal with them? You don't want to deal with them. You can't trust them. That's the problem. There's no trust. They don't follow the law. So you might get this contract, but my God, if something goes wrong and you get a stop notice or something like that, or you miss an email, you're going to be like Kohler and Sons and get a $15,000 fine, up to $75,000. These people here have no integrity at all. So before you take this contract, have a good lawyer retained and make sure in the contract they up the contract, because you have to have counsel on call for these criminals here on this board that can't even hold a meeting legally. And already 2 of them have quit.
2 minutes.
Supposed to be 5.
Thank you, Mr. Spindler. Mr. Campos.
Thank you, Mr. President. Fernando Campos, Executive Officer. The bids were received on Wednesday, April 6th for the Donald C. Tillman Grit Chamber Flush System. This was a project, or this is a project in Council District 6. There was 8 bids that were received. I will succinctly go through these. names of bidders and also their amounts for the record so that the board can declare and receive these bids. The first bid received was from Green Building Corporation for a bid total of $1,276,500 even. That's 1276500 from Green Building Corporation. The second bid was from HYPA Engineering Incorporated for $1,109,500. That's 1109500 from HYPA Engineering. This third bid was from Lyles Mechanical Company for $1,458,500. That's 1458500 from Lyles Mechanical Company. The fourth bid was from Kiewit Infrastructure West Company for $1,089,000 even. That's 1089000 from Kiewit Infrastructure West Company. The fifth bid received for this project is from Meta Mechanical Company Incorporated, doing business as MMC Incorporated, for a total bid amount of $1,172,500 even. That's 1172500 from MMC Incorporated. The sixth bid was from Metro Builders Engineering Group Limited for $877,750. That's 877750 from Metro Builders and Engineers Group Limited. The seventh bid was from Murray Plumbing and Heating Corporation, doing business as Murray Company, for a total bid of $1,134,909. That's 1134909 from Murray Company. The eighth and final bid for this project was from PPC Construction Incorporated for a total bid amount of $1,241,480. That's 1241480 from PPC Construction Incorporated. The item before you is now to declare and receive these bids.
Thank you, Mr. Campos. The bids will be, do I need to make a motion for the receipt?
Yes.
Is there a second to my motion for the receipt of the bids by Commissioner Davis? Any objection? Without objection, the bids will be received. Agenda item number 2, requested assessment hearing. Before, excuse me, let me call agenda item number 11. Agenda item number 11, Mr. Campos, there's been a request to continue the item to Wednesday, April 13th, which I have confirmed with the relevant council office as well. So the item will be continued until Wednesday, April 13th at 10 a.m.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Going back to agenda item number 2, assessment hearing, Council District 7 and 12, San Fernando Porter Ranch number 2 Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, City Council hearing April 13th, 2016. Mr. Spindler, you have a card on number 2.
The card says Brown Act violation on it. Can't follow the law. And now we have Porter Ranch. These poor people being gassed to death at Porter Ranch. Now you got street lighting maintenance assessment districts. Haven't these people been through enough? They don't even know if they're going to be able to live in their homes. And you're putting lighting up. Lighting for what? You got to put this off until you know these homes have been certified safe to go back in. That's what all these federal people now are doing. You know, the federal government now is going to step into this situation with that gas leak. They're not going to be like Wednesday night down there at Crenshaw High, where you take 8 speaker cards from me and 8 speaker cards from another person and violate the law, throw them under the toilet, and then threaten to have me arrested because you want to call it a town hall meeting. You don't get away with that with the federal government. Now, they're just practicing right now. They're putting all of those sheriff's deputy assholes in jail. Now they're putting those child abusers in jail. They're coming here next because the federal government has to shut this place down. They got to shut this place down. They don't have any choice. They don't want to do it because they like the corruption, but the corruption is so bad, nobody can even move on the streets in downtown LA anymore. There's so many projects blocking so many roads, you guys don't even give a shit. You can't even catch a bus down here for 8 blocks. And that's why, get off your ass, Department of Justice in Washington, D.C., and come down here, shut this building down, and start putting some of these people in jail here. Porter Ranch,
2
they
minutes.
gassed those people to death, man.
Thank you, Mr. Spindler. Agenda item number 2, Ruben.
Ruben Flamenco, Bureau of Street Lighting. For the record, the board hearings for items 2 to 7 were originally scheduled for Wednesday, April 6, 2016. Notices were mailed to all affected property owners on March 18th, informing them that the board hearings have been rescheduled from April 6 to April 8, 2016. In addition, the notice indicated that there was no change to the council hearing date of April 13th, which is the last day that ballots must be received by the city clerk's office. Specifically for item 2, item 2 pertains to the San Fernando Porter Ranch number 2 lighting district. Only public parcels are impacted. No private parcels are included in this lighting district. The city is upgrading 106 luminaires to LED. The lighting district consists of 16 parcels. Ballots were mailed on February 25th, 2016. Ballots must be received by the city clerk's office by Wednesday, April 13th. We are requesting for the board to deny the protest. We are also requesting for the board to adopt and forward this item forthwith to city council.
Questions regarding agenda item number 2? I don't have any questions. Is there a second to my motion that we adopt agenda item number 2? By Commissioner Penning. Any objection? Without objection, number 2 will be adopted. Agenda item number 3, Council District 11, requested assessment hearing, Armacost Avenue and Idaho Avenues, number 3 Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District. City Council hearing scheduled for April 13th, 2016. Mr. Spindler, you have a card on number 3.
To continue my PhD, which I plan.
There you go, CD 11, Mike Bonin. Here's what he does for his salary.
Resources that are beneficial due to online. Residents are able to book appointments.
He gives presentations.
With the resources that are available.
Mike Bonin, the Walmart greeter. Mike Bonin, the city council greeter. The do-nothing city councilman.
Save a little bit of time. Just want to let Ashley and the other residents know that under Mr. Blumenfield's leadership, we're moving towards getting Wi-Fi throughout the city so everybody will have access to it. He's been doing a tremendous job on that citywide.
Thank you very much. Let's give him another round of applause.
Thank you very much. Let's give him another round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, let's give the jackass another round of applause. What's the next agenda item?
Councilmember Cedillo, are you ready for your special presentation? You are. Then the floor, Mr. Cedillo, is yours.
That's the voice of the jackass in CD 12 on the last item. Running for city council, never shows up to a single meeting except when he raises money for his campaign. A sick, out-of-control city. It can't survive, people. It can't go on like this. Wake up and see what's happening. This place is absolutely in shambles. No leadership. Nothing. But fucking garbage.
Thank you, Mr. Spindler. Agenda item number 3, Ruben.
Ruben Flamenco, Bureau of Street Lighting. Item 3 pertains to the Armacost Avenue and Idaho Avenue number 3 lighting district, which we are creating in conjunction with a private development project, a 26-unit condominium complex. The developer is required to install 1 streetlight. The lighting district consists of 4 parcels. Ballots were mailed on February 25th. Ballots must be received by the city clerk's office by April 13th. We are requesting for the board to deny the protest. We are requesting for the board to adopt and forward this item forthwith to city council.
Any questions on number 3? I don't have any questions. Is there a second to my motion that we adopt agenda item number 3 by Commissioner Penning? Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 3. Any problem sending number 3 forthwith? Number 3 will go forthwith. On number 4, this is also an assessment hearing, Council District 6, Noble Avenue and Parthenia Street, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, also council hearing April 13th, 2016. Mr. Spindler, you have a card on number 4.
Option in PE courses taught after school or incorporated into the academic day.
Noble Avenue and Parthenia, also known as the killing fields of the valley. You can't even drive down Parthenia Street anymore at night. So goddamn dangerous. That's why you need street lights.
Demonstrating how
So, Nuri Martinez, CD6, she's busy right now because, well, she has an FBI investigation, and now a grand jury's deciding whether to indict her. So, the little Nuri, the mother of two, another puppet Latina that they put on here. Like on this panel, the puppet Latina doesn't even go to a black meeting. Now you got this knucklehead, Nuri Martinez, who wants street lighting. You know how she got elected? She got elected by giving Latinos that don't speak English $10 bills. And then her campaign came around and accepted those as minor campaign donations from stakeholders within the region of CD6. And once she got 200 of these fraudulent donations, she was entitled and received matching funds for her campaign, ripping off and stealing over $67,000 of taxpayer money with these fraudulent donations. That's why the FBI stepped in. And that's why the grand jury's investigating this. And they're going to have fun with this, is when finally it comes out in the woodwork how these cocksuckers get elected. In these poor minority districts, used to be white, like over in Crenshaw in CD8 when all the black people got up and said, this area used to be white and it was beautiful, and once the whites left, you stopped providing city services and street lighting and paving because we're black. They are right. And in CD6, this community is suffering the same inverse racism.
2
Vote
minutes.
no.
Thank you, Mr. Spindler. Agenda item number 4, Ruben Flamenco.
Item 4 pertains to the Noble Avenue and Parthenia Street Lighting District, which we are creating in conjunction with a private development project, a 10-unit condominium complex. The developer is required to install one streetlight. The lighting district consists of 4 parcels. Ballots were mailed on February 25th. Ballots must be received by the city clerk's office by April 13th. We are requesting for the board to deny the protest. We are requesting for the board to adopt and forward this item forthwith to City Council.
Is there any questions on number 4? Is there a second to my motion that we adopt number 4? By Commissioner Repenning. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt number 4. Any problem sending number 4 forthwith? We'll send number 4 forthwith. Thank you. Agenda item number 5, an assessment hearing for Council District 7. Hillhaven Avenue and Apperson Street, number 1, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, also set for council hearing on April 13th, 2016. Mr. Spindler, you have a card on number 5.
Thank you very much. That was well said. Thank you.
We come to the real ghetto now, folks. Haven Hill Avenue, yo, on Apperson Street. A lot of gang members in that area. And you need street lighting to do your dealing at night. Little boozy, man, little boozy. From the east to the west coast, down that motherfucking Hillhaven Avenue. We need the street lighting for our dealing in drugs and narcotics, yo, in CD7. That's why Felipe Fuentes, councilman, wants some motherfucking lighting in CD7, yo. Niggas can't work, niggas can't play, niggas can only do dealing in your... Only thing this city's good for is drug dealing and stealing.
Two minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Spindler. Mr. Flamenco on agenda item number 5.
Item 5 pertains to the Hillhaven Avenue and Apperson Street Number 1 Lighting District, which we are creating in conjunction with a private development project, 3 single-family residents. The developer is required to install 1 streetlight. The lighting district consists of 4 parcels. Ballots were mailed on February 25th. Ballots must be received by the city clerk's office by April 13th. We are requesting for the board to deny the protest. We are requesting for the board to adopt and forward this item forthwith to City Council.
Any questions on agenda item number 5? Is there a second to my motion that we adopt number 5 by Commissioner Penning? Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 5. Any problem sending number 5 forthwith? We'll send number 5 forthwith. Thank you. Agenda item number 6, assessment hearing for Council District 14, Main Street and 6th Street, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District. City Council hearing April 13th, 2016. Mr. Spindler, you have a card on number 6.
Let's get to the next pimp.
Through monthly outings,
CD7 the pimp, Jose Huiza.
and provide our youth with an environment of trust, safety, and respect. This not only
There's your third-term councilman from this district on this lighting district.
Time, Mr. President, under the 10-minute rule.
Thank you, Mr. Spindler. Your time is up.
years of success on Thursday, May 26th.
Mr. Spindler, your time is up,
But
sir.
you interrupting the councilman. He still has another 4 minutes and 7 seconds.
Mr. Spindler, your time is up, sir.
And now, let me ask Ken to share a few more words.
Mr.
about
Spindler,
this
your time
wonderful
is up, sir.
But he's got 4 minutes left. 3 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock.
Mr. Spindler, you know the rules. Your time is up, sir.
Well, he gave me some applause. Thank you, gangsta.
Thank you, Mr. Spindler. Mr. Amir, I'm trying to read the last name as best I can. Milani? Oh, you passed? Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Flamenco on number 6.
Item 6 pertains to the Main Street and 6th Street Lighting District, which we are creating in conjunction with a private development project, a 6-story mixed use comprised of 159 residential units and 23,000 square feet of ground level retail. The developer is required to install 4 streetlights. The lighting district consists of 6 parcels. Ballots were mailed on February 25th. Ballots must be received by the city clerk's office by April 13th. We are requesting for the board to deny the protest. We are requesting for the board to adopt and forward this item forthwith to City Council.
Any questions on agenda item number 6? Is there a second to my motion that we adopt agenda item number 6 by Commissioner Penning? Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt number 6. Any problem sending number 6 forthwith? We'll send number 6 forthwith. Our final assessment hearing this morning, agenda item number 7 for Council District 4, Fuller Avenue and Fountain Avenue number 1, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, also set for City Council hearing on April 13th, 2016. Mr. Flamenco.
Item 7 pertains to the Fuller Avenue and Fountain Avenue number 1 Lighting District, which we are creating in conjunction with a private development project. The developer is required to install 1 streetlight. The lighting district consists of 3 parcels. Ballots were mailed on February 25th, 2016. Ballots must be received by the city clerk's office by Wednesday, April 13th. We are requesting for the board to adopt and forward this item forthwith to City Council.
Questions on agenda item number 7? Is there a second to my motion that we adopt number 7 forthwith? By Commissioner Penning. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt number 7 forthwith. Thank you, sir. Agenda item number 8, Bureau of Engineering, recommending that the board authorize the city engineer to execute a memorandum of understanding between the Bureau of Engineering and the Housing and Community Investment Department to allow the Bureau of Engineering to act on behalf of HCID as the project manager for various community development block grant funded projects during the consolidated plan years of 2013 to 2020 and manage those projects in compliance with the requirements of the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development. There are 20 various work orders. Mr. Drucker.
Good morning, Good morning, Neil Drucker, Bureau of Engineering. The report in front of you recommends that your board approve a memorandum of understanding with the Housing and Community Investment Department for year 2013 to year 2020 HCID CDBG funded projects. And those are federally funded projects that the Housing and Community Investment Department obtains funding through HUD, usually CDBG, but other, including UDAG and other funding sources are also included. The projects range from my own Proposition K Recreation and Parks projects to street improvements and other related projects. And as you indicate, President James. There's approximately 20 work orders that are active right now. There's other projects which will be funded over the next few years that would also be included in this. We work with each of the client departments to ensure that all of the appropriate federal environmental and other documentation requirements are met, as well as we work with BCA, Bureau of Contract Administration, to ensure that the contractors who are ultimately selected to do these projects follow all the federal rules and requirements. Thank you.
Neil, recognizing that in the past, various MOUs have been entered into between the Bureau of Engineering and HSID, kind of on a project-by-project basis. This is an effort to be more efficient, to streamline the process.
Exactly.
Instead of having a bunch of one-offs, for lack of a better term?
That's 100% correct. This will allow us to do not only these 20 projects, but additional projects as they come up without having to enter into, literally 20 individual MOUs. Each project would be added through what's called a PEP, a Preliminary Expenditure Program Plan, that we would enter in with HSID, which we have to do anyway on these projects, whether or not they're part of this MOU. So it definitely takes one step that could, in many cases, last 3 to 4 months away from the process. So it's a very good thing.
Great. Any questions? Commissioner Davis?
I wanted to find out, is there any document that will give us an assessment of the various projects you've discussed that we can look at that talks about the various projects that will be implemented in this consolidation?
There's an overall document, which is the annual consolidated plan that is prepared by HSID, but I can go ahead and call out of those the individual projects, and we can go ahead and send that through the executive officer.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioner Davis. Commissioner Repenning?
I just want to thank you, Neil,
before you leave the podium for a second,
for your work and for engineering agreeing to take on this extra responsibility. We know that we have the best project managers in the city right here at Public Works, and that you're putting those services in the service of moving these projects, which are really important to the city. The feds are always looking at us to see, how quickly or how much on a timely basis we're spending out their dollars. And so in order to continue to get these important anti-poverty dollars, we have to move those projects in a timely manner, and I know that this will help us to get to there.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner Repenning. Anything further on agenda item number 8? Is there a motion on number 8? By Commissioner Davis, I'll second it. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 8. Any problem saying number 8 forthwith? We'll send number 8 forthwith. Thank you, Mr. Drucker. Let's go ahead and call general public comment. Mr. Spindler has a general public comment card. Mr. Spindler? Mr. Spindler, general public comment. Mr. Campos, any other general public comment cards?
That was it.
Okay, thank you. Then we'll close general public comment. Agenda item number 9, Council Districts 5 and 11 for the Office of Community Beautification, recommending that the board authorize the Director of Accounting to appropriate $4,680 to account number 5000FC from the Public Works Trust Fund, Fund 834, Department 50, Revenue Source 429601, and authorize the Office of Community Beautification to execute a proposed contract amendment in the amount of $4,680 with the Los Angeles Conservation Corps to provide tree distribution services. Mr. Roch, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Paul Roch, Director of the Office of Community Beautification. The City of Los Angeles has received previously mitigation funds due to the removal of 312 trees during the widening project of Interstate 405, which occurred between 2010 and 2014. Most of the funds received have already been placed into a contract with the Los Angeles Conservation Corps for tree planting and tree maintenance work. An additional amount of $4,680 is being provided by Los Angeles County MTA to provide for one tree distribution event as part of the mitigation program. The funds are currently located in the Public Works Trust Fund, and this request is that the board authorize, 1, the Director of Accounting to appropriate the funds, and further requesting board approval for the amendment of a contract with Los Angeles Conservation Corps to add these funds into their contract for the operation of the distribution event This project would be coordinated by the City Plants Program, and we respectfully request board approval.
Any questions on agenda item number 9? I don't have any questions on this. I'll make a motion that we adopt number 9, seconded by Commissioner Davis. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt number 9. Any problem sending this forthwith? We'll send number 9 forthwith. Thank you, Mr. Roch. Have a nice weekend. Agenda item number 10, Bureau of Engineering and Contract Administration, requested contract award, Council Districts 8, 9, and 15. Secondary Sewer Renewal Program, Z18A, Century Boulevard and Main Street, recommending the board declare the first low bidder to be the lowest responsible bidder and award the contract in the amount of $2,481,384 to Vasilich Incorporated. Ben Jensen. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Brad Jensen with the Bureau of Engineering, Wastewater Conveyance Engineering Division. This project will remove and replace and or rehabilitate a little over 29,000 feet of pipe in the range of 8, 10, 12, and 15-inch diameter pipes in the central area of Los Angeles. And this is part of our secondary sewer renewal program. 4 bids were received on this project on January 20th of this year, with Vasil being the lowest bidder. Based upon the range of bids that was submitted for this project, staff believes that the bid is reasonable. This project was advertised under the local business.
The bid was about 24% below the city estimate, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are going to characterize that as reasonable. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so we were pleased that
I agree.
we get to save a little money on this project. So, this project was advertised under local business preference. Vasil is a certified local business enterprise. This was also advertised under the Business Inclusion Program, and the Office of Contract Compliance has reviewed the documents submitted by Vasil, and they've reported that the contractor has pledged 0.07% MBE, 0.12% WBE, 0.18% SBE, 0.07% EBE, and 39.26% OBE. And Vasil has complied with the outreach requirements of the bid. And so in view of the above findings, staff recommends that the board declare Vasil the first low bidder to be the lowest responsible bidder and award them a contract for this project.
Questions on this award of contract? I'll make a motion that we adopt agenda item number 10. Is there a second? By Commissioner Penning. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 10. Problem sending number 10 forthwith? We'll send number 10 forthwith. Thank you, Mr. Jensen. Have a good weekend. Agenda item number 11 has been continued to April 13th, 2016. Agenda item number 12, Council District 9, specifications submitted for board adoption and authorization to advertise for the invitation of bids for Figueroa Corridor Project, Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. The estimate is $612,821. The bid receipt date is Wednesday, May 18th, 2016. Is there a second to my motion that we adopt agenda item number 12 forthwith? By Commissioner Penning. Any objection? Without objection, we will do so. No adjourning motion today. Mr. Campos, have we cleared the desk?
Yes, you have.
Then we are adjourned. No management meeting. Thank you, everyone.